Inconsistent.
Before we go to the end of the world, let me ask you a quick question. Seriously. Do you think the Corona Beer Company made money or lost money?
It's better. Oh, there you go. That's probably better.
Hey!
Let me see.
Leave it. That's great.
I'm trying to... this is fine.
Yeah, this is fine. What do you think?
I think...
Corona, the beer company, did they make or did they lose money?
I think they made money.
Niggas are getting drunk,
I think
right?
they took a dip in sales.
A minute, for a quick second.
For a quick second. And then it went back up because everybody's staying home, started getting drunk more. That's what I think happened. I know I did.
Me too. I took a little break though. I was off for a few, and now I'm doing.
I love that the curtain. You can see the roof, the ceiling in your video. You see it?
You can? Oh yeah, over there. And then the stupid bottles in the camera again. What's wrong with me?
Speaking of getting drunk.
Anyways,
I can't. I'm on the job. I can't drink right now.
So yeah, I think they definitely lost. Another topic, just real quick. I just had to get this off my chest because it was on the news today, and I know you said no news, but we could cut this out. Who cares, right? Nobody's watching. How is it that they have two vaccines for one virus? And they're different. Like they're different.
Yeah, it's two different companies.
Let's start with that. But no, itself, one has to be butt frozen, like culo frío frozen, and the other one, it's okay.
Just like
room temperature. But that's not the only difference that everybody's talking about. Blah, 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 blah. One of them, I think you mentioned this. You have to take twice. Both of them you have to take twice. One is like 27 days, and the other one is like 20 days.
Yeah.
Am I bugging? I know nothing about science, but how is it that
they developed it? They developed it differently.
Explain. See, this is where the conversation ends.
Listen, you're as G&D as I get. All right.
But is my question valid?
Yeah.
Another thing.
But
hold on. Don't try to answer it. Don't try to answer it. Another thing. I forgot what the other thing was. GD.
Oh, you still didn't fix the camera. Let me start there.
What's wrong with it?
I still see the roof.
Oh, you see the roof, but I'm recording with that camera. So they see me on the corner with the green screen. But you're seeing me through this camera. I'm not worried about that.
Oh, you don't care.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, my camera's supposed to be off. That way all you see is the basement logo now. So now I got the basement logo.
I want to see you.
No, you don't, bitch. You know what I look like. We've known each other for too long.
I know, but I like to see your reaction.
Oh, you're going to have to watch the episode, so at least we have one viewer.
You ever heard the comedians when they talk about this? They're saying that during the pandemic, it's hard doing comedy online because they need the audience reaction to know what's going on.
Not only that, but I think
hear the audience laugh.
But I also think that gives you some kind of energy, you know, that you're getting the feedback. And so they say it's like a high. It's like better than crack cocaine.
To see you. So understand if you understand what I'm saying.
So you want me to leave the camera
on? You fell on my table.
I wonder if I could put myself. I can. I'm gonna hide myself behind myself. The world is crazy, guys. All right, that's cool. I'm literally back there. Damn. So there was the whole medicine question.
Wait. We talked about the vaccine.
I know, but I had a secondary question. I forgot what it was again.
So you remembered it now?
No, I forgot again.
So why'd you bring it up?
Because I had it and then I forgot it again.
You took your medication? Yo, this guy.
Go to the vaccine.
So there's a bunch of different ways that they can get along the vaccine. One of them is they'll take the vaccine and they'll put it in a petri dish or whatever they do, and they replicate it until it's weaker.
Weaker?
Weaker, yeah. A weaker version of the vaccine.
Oh.
They keep doing it over and over again until it has like problems with it, like it's like, you know, messed up. And then they get it to the point where it's not going to kill you. It's just going to give you like a little flu. Then they put that in the vaccine, they give it to you. So that way you get it, your body knows how to fight it. So when you get the real flu, the real corona, your body knows what it looks like and it fights it easy. Okay?
Okay.
Then I heard then another way is they take a vaccine, a virus that's similar, and they give you that, and then your body kind of know what it's doing. Man, it's GD. So, and then another one I saw, they give the vaccine to an embryo of a chicken, and they grow it as a chicken egg. And they do that enough that the virus mutates to infect the chicken. But it's like they try to get at the sweet spot where it's like just enough that infects us and the chicken. But because it's trying to infect the chicken, it kind of goes down for us. It goes up in the chicken. And it tries to catch it at the spot where our body still recognizes it, so it knows how to fight it. But it's not going to kill us. It's made more for the chicken.
All right. I remember my next question. Because I don't understand a word you said. All I saw was chicken was growing higher than the human. And you were doing like a whole dance move. My question is, okay, so Operation Warp Speed. How many more deaths has the influenza caused? Why did we put the full pedal to the metal with influenza?
Why didn't we?
Yeah.
Because it didn't kill us.
The flu doesn't kill you?
Well, the flu kills old people. Nobody cares about the old people.
But this thing kills old people too. People with conditions.
It started killing people our age. So they were like, oh, we got to do something about it. The world's changing now. When it was just old people. Because think about how many old people die of the flu.
A lot.
But we don't care about old people, obviously. Because we would have fixed that problem, right? Think about it. That logic dictates. If we cared, we would have fixed it a long time ago. But obviously, old people are not important. But as soon as it started hurting some of us at our age, they're like, all right, we got to fix it.
I don't know. I just had to bring those two up because I was saying to myself, this is insane. Insane.
So speaking of, one of the ways that the world can end is a disease. A disease, whether the same thing like corona. Think about the coronavirus. Either we made the disease or it was just a wild disease like Ebola. You know what I'm saying?
Say that again?
Oh, I pay attention. Were you texting somebody? Were you looking at somebody else? Something
I'm
else?
supposed to write the time span there, that way. Yo, just say what were we gonna say again?
So one of the ways the world can end is
Virus.
A virus.
Okay.
Or a bacteria, even it could be.
Something that has to do with biology.
Because check it out. You know what is it called? There's a flesh-eating bacteria. You ever heard of that one?
Flesh-eating bacteria. Yeah.
Yeah, but like a few years ago, somebody went to some lake in New Jersey or something crazy like that. They got a little cut in the water, and they thought it was just, a little cut, got a little infection, clean it, whatever. And before you know it, the freaking skin started getting eaten away by the bacteria.
You're talking about
Sometimes
the
it goes... The phage, that's right. Sometimes it goes in the blood, and it goes all the way to the body, into the brain, and it eats the brain. Then you're screwed. You know polio? You heard of polio?
Everything hurts now.
You ever heard of polio, the disease polio?
Yep.
So, it just gives you you get like the flu, basically.
Marco Polo.
What makes it devastating is that it can affect the nerves in your spine. And that's why people that get polio get crippled. Because it affects the nerves in their spine. They become crippled. But it can also go up all the way to the brainstem and just kill you.
There's an episode.
Imagine it paralyzing. It paralyzes your lungs. Imagine that. You die.
I don't know if it's a movie, I don't know if it's a show, I don't know where I saw it, but there was this scene of these astronauts that had a virus in it, and the virus, it was like a YouTube show. It was a YouTube original. YouTube. It was a YouTube original. What the hell happened with that? And it was a space. They were trying to reach another planet. And
they want you to pay to finish watching it. That's what happened. And you're like, I'm not paying for that.
Nah, I honestly think there's so much to watch. It's almost like, go away. There's too many options. And you just end up watching something random. Anyways, the alien, the virus, whatever she had in her, came out of her. It went into her nervous system that connects to everything. But her whole nervous system, the alien was in it, like was living in the nervous system and came out of her body from her back. Nigga, it was mad disgusting. And I was like, what the just happened? So I gotta look for it and send it to you because it's pretty dope, the idea. So you said so far a virus.
Virus or bacteria.
Or bacteria, same thing. Biological. A biological doomsday where it's like there's no agenda except our asses.
This one is in our mind, right? There's some of them that used to be in our mind, not really anymore. Can you hear me over the train?
I don't hear the train, I hear you. But I don't know what that mic is doing. Remember. So this is like a backup recording device. We're good.
So World War III could destroy everything.
I don't know how I feel about World War III.
Huh?
I don't know how I feel about World War III.
I think it was Albert Einstein. He has a famous quote. He goes, I think it was Albert Einstein. He goes, I don't know what weapons they're going to use in World War III, but the battle after World War III is going to be fought with sticks and stones. Look at him. He's calculating.
That reminds me sort of, I guess. I wouldn't say sticks and stones, but compared to what the actual war was, yes. But I don't see sticks and stones. I just think that war, like Gene Roddenberry's vision of the future, he's in his vision of the future, Earth went through World War III and lost almost all of humanity. So, they're living in like little huts and towns and, so you would imagine all major cities and highways, they're done for. And there's only small pockets of Earth where the radiation is tolerable or whatever. You know what I mean? And there's,
you know who survived? The people that were crazy. The people that are like, I'm getting in a bunker and I'm surviving. Everybody else is like, don't worry about it. Nothing. Those things are all dead.
Yeah, so I agree. That and this is why that theory makes sense, because niggas are dumb. The amount of niggas that actually invent shit and know how shit works, like how does a monitor even? How am I seeing you right now? You know what I'm saying?
If you said magic, I'd believe you. I'm like, oh wow, that's crazy. You got magic.
So if we're the only niggas that are left, because there's so few people that actually know how all this works. Yeah, we're gonna be fighting with sticks and stones. You're gonna be great at it because you're like a salvaje, a jíbaro on the trees of Puerto Rico. You have that in your blood, not me. I'm like the grandma in the kitchen. That's exactly who I am, nigga.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I always thought when I was younger, if I was to get pushed back in time, I'll be the man. I don't know how everything works. You put me back in time during like not the Stone Age, but maybe like during like the 1700s or something.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be able to invent some stuff. Nigga, I don't know how any of this stuff works. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how a car works. Like, if I went back in time, and they'd be like, you taught me everything to know about cars, I still won't be able to make a car. Like, if I watch YouTube, I watch 100 hours of YouTube of how a car works, and you send me back in time, I'll never be able to do it.
That's because being taught how something works doesn't mean that you know what it took to make it. And not only that, but you would have to learn the tools that make the thing that makes it.
Yeah. So let me ask you, if they send you back in time right now, just right now.
First of all, no, please don't. There's no AC. I have a list of disappointments. I'm not going back. I'm going forward. Moving on.
So let's say they put you to the 1400s.
Oh,
you would right? And then
I would literally just go like this. Go ahead, get it. Cause I'm, bro, totally destroyed. I'm gonna be somebody's
Listen.
bitch. Some random Shrek
Would you-
along the road.
Would you know how to make electricity?
What?
You see what I'm saying? That's the first step to me. Like, yo, we gotta get electricity.
How?
I kind of know how to do it, but I'm not sure if how to. I never did it, so I don't know.
So
Like, I know that if you take a copper wire,
wrap it around
and
something.
you put like a magnet or something, right? Like you move a magnet in and out through it, it makes like electric.
No, son, don't do that here. No, I thought that one way of doing it is like taking copper wire, wrapping it around, and then like brushes of other copper wire and it spinning and then sparks. I have no idea. You know how screwed I am, bro?
That's what I'm saying.
so
Like, yo,
screwed.
I would do so much. No,
You know what? You know what would be the worst part about that whole scenario? The worst part is that you know the capabilities of man, but you're too stupid to figure anything out.
It'll be torture.
Gonna be
to
so
go back in
bad.
time. Torture. Like, I think I know how. I know. No, you know nothing.
This reminds me of the episode where T'Pol in Enterprise went back in time, and she was helping that kid that wanted to get into college, and she went to a bank. It was like, listen, I got an invention, a patent that I want to sell to you, and she shows him the Velcro. The guy's like, imagine that. Imagine going back to the year 1400s, bro. There's not even Velcro, and you're just staring at niggas tying shit up all the time.
And it's funny because, like, just you saying Velcro, I kind of know how it works. There's two different fabrics, right? One is like saw, the other one is like a bunch of hooks, plastic hooks or something like that. I don't know how to make it. I'll never be able to make it.
Never.
Imagine I got the idea, okay, how do you make this plastic with the hook?
Do you
The
think?
first part, the soft part is fabric. You can just get that from a sheep or something.
Yeah, give me your shirt. You know what I mean? Let me ruffle it up a little.
Yeah. But the other one with the hook, the hard part,
Have you ever zoomed in? Have you ever zoomed in? Like your eyeballs are zoom. Have you ever looked like closely to what it's made of? They're like little plastic like hooks. A
yeah,
billion
they're
of
hooks,
them.
bro. I don't know how.
Not hooks. They're not even hooks. They're like loops.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just a bunch. You know?
Just a bunch of little loops.
Yeah.
Screwed. Death to us. We wouldn't survive. So in your theory, where whoever that guy was, I think he's 100% on, because we're left with a world without technology, and we have to defend ourselves and eat and move around. Screwed. Way better than the niggas from the 1400s. What's the other doomsday scenario?
What's another one? Obviously, natural disasters,
Yes.
right? But there's so many. But it would have to be like a massive scale. Not just an earthquake, but like a worldwide earthquake. I think the only one that makes that is the easiest one to think about is a meteor. Right? Because a volcano is like, all right, one volcano, one spot. It would have to be a massive volcano. They're saying that the volcano in, what's the name of that park? in America?
Yellowstone?
Yellowstone. That one. It would devastate the world, but it wouldn't cause a massive thing.
America is screwed.
Oh no, America's the middle part of
Gone. All the Trumpers.
Earth. Yep.
Well,
Well, they live in Florida. They might be able to avoid that. They're kind of lower. They'd be able to avoid that.
you left all the senior citizen Trumpers. They
Well,
survived.
they're the ones with the bunkers, right?
Yeah?
The liberals are not with a liberal's gonna have a bunker. They're scared of guns.
You think Joe Biden is scared of guns?
Joe Biden? No, I think the liberals are scared of guns.
But Joe
Biden's a Democrat.
Biden.
Joe Biden's a Democrat. Listen, that's what I was telling you before about the freaking party. They're not two parties. It's like 5 parties.
Nigga, I know that. I'm asking you specifically. Do you think President-elect Biden, you think he's no guns? I think that nigga has an array of guns.
No. But no, they're all hypocrites. I know he has an array of guns probably. He'll still tell people they can't have guns.
Right.
I can have a gun, not you. Just like all these mayors that got caught that says you can't eat in restaurants, but I could, and then you got caught eating in restaurants. Nancy Pelosi, you can't go to the salon, but she can go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're all hypocrites, all of them. Every single last one of them.
So you think that applies
So
also
yeah,
for
Joe
the mask?
Biden has an arsenal. He has security guards with guns.
And a bunker.
Everybody has guns around him. He has a border of walls of his house You know what I'm saying? He has a border. Like, you can't cross that border because it's illegal.
Does he have a
They'll
bunker?
arrest you. He has a bunker because of the power he holds. I don't think he has one in his house. I think he has one whenever his office, the White House, whatever.
Nigga,
You know what I'm saying?
so there's like plenty of movies and stuff like that go scenarios where the president goes into the bunker at the White House.
Yeah.
Imagine seeing that.
Imagine. What's his name? Trump said he went down there one time.
He did?
Yeah, they were
He's
like
the president.
protesting around the White House, and I guess they were talking about it to him, like, "Oh, we have to move." He's like, "Oh, let's go check it out." And he went down there and he checked it out.
Who
On the
wouldn't?
news, it was like, on the news, you know how the news is. They're like, he went to hide in the bunker. Well, think about it. If you were the president, and they were like protesting around, and then the Secret Service goes, "Hey, look, if it gets crazy, we got to go to the bunker." And you're like, I know, as soon as they would have mentioned that to me, I'm like, bunker, let's go now. I want to check it out.
Why did you tell me there was a bunker? I could have been doing this from down there.
Show me this bunker.
There's wait. You're saying no? He must have. No, everyone knows there's a bunker under the White House, right?
Oh, there's like there's bunkers on every freaking building probably in Washington D.C.
So
the Senate, the freaking what is it called? The Supreme Court has a bunker. Everybody has a bunker.
But would you say it's a command center for him? It has to be. Everything has to be down there.
Oh yeah. No, it's
imagine seeing that, bro. Can you imagine how many people gotten privileged to see that?
They got handfuls.
That's insane. You know, in where I grew up in Park Slope, there was the elementary school, and then a few blocks down, maybe 2-3 city blocks down, was the middle school, 88s, and they created a bunker. There's a bunker between the two schools that they built, and there's a tunnel that connects them, so the students can escape and go out through there. They went in,
schools?
huh?
Both schools?
Yeah, they created a tunnel that you could walk right to the elementary school or vice versa. So if there's an attack or there's some things, they could travel to and from both.
Oh, that's so fun.
Isn't that crazy?
In New York, you can see the buildings. You ever seen a building that has like little radiation symbol in it?
Yeah. They put that up recently. That wasn't always up.
There's a bunker in that building.
And
yeah, they've always been there, yeah.
The ones that say head this way for emergency disaster.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm like, why do you want to take me to the park so you can leave us? The water's over there. We're trying to get out of here.
Yo, you know one of the evacuation points is Sunset Park?
That doesn't make sense. Are they landing helicopters? How are we getting out of there? How are you getting all these people out?
Yeah, it's the highest point in Brooklyn.
So
because it's the highest point in Brooklyn, it has a big field. They're saying go to Sunset and you climb up just in case there's water or something rising. You go to the top of that hill, helicopters come and take people out.
So there are people who obviously get paid to think about these things and have already strategized the best scenarios for, end of the world situations. We have no idea.
And look, if a meteor is coming, think about it. It depends on like how fast they catch it. If they see it coming from whatever, they see it coming 3 years away, and it's coming, they have time to kind of plan. You know what I'm saying? But if they see it like in a week, there's no stopping it. There's nothing you can do. You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do?
You think that if it was 3 years away, you think that every nation would fire their missiles at it?
I think every nation would they will get together.
Can you imagine
Within
the
the
Earth
first
spinning
year?
and every time it spins, there's like another set of missiles going out?
That'd be dope, yeah. If that's what they decide to do.
Well, every country could do whatever the hell they want.
If they shot it, it'll just break up into a bunch of pieces. Then you have a bunch of pieces falling to Earth instead of just one.
Yeah, but if you did this, if you shot it with the first one, it blows up into pieces, then the other ones blow up simultaneously at a certain range, you create like a wall blast. Yeah, and push it outwards.
Yeah, you should go back in time, nigga.
No, nigga, I'm not trying to go back in time, son. I'm way too stupid. I was blessed with this day and age being born.
No, but I don't think every nation would do this individually. I think they will come together
collectively.
And they will plan the best. Yeah, they will be like, all right, how can we do it?
Yeah, because
and within the first year, they'll have a plan and they'll start building it. I think by year 2, they'll be like, all right.
Here's the thing about that plan, though, right? They can't wait to see what the results are of the first. They have to assume that it's going to break up, assume how much it would break up, and then create a second wave that when it gets to it, it would, and then assume, just to be safe, another wave. You know, to make sure that the debris is just spread out and not hitting us. Yo, that's insane, bro. If you think about it, that's some crazy ass stuff.
Or, you know what's another good idea? They could get people that work on an oil rig that know how to dig already, get them, put them in a space shuttle, send them to the media, land on it, drill a hole in it,
that was
put a bomb, and then blow it up.
What's the Aerosmith
you know what
song?
movie that is.
Why are we so dumb? I can't think of a movie. The song is in my head, sort of. Anyways,
I forgot the name. Apocalypse? No, I forgot the name. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be stuck in my head now.
It is. It is gonna be. It's with Aerosmith, and Aerosmith's daughter's in the movie. Anyways.
Oh yeah.
So.
And Ben Affleck. Right? That's Ben Affleck, right?
Now I'm dying when I met you. Now I'm crying to forget you.
I don't think that's the song.
No, that's not the song. It is the right guy though. Nice try, Jose.
Boom.
Bum, bum, bum.
I don't know the words. I don't even know it.
I don't know what you're doing right now. All right. So we got disease, biological. We have war, self-destruct mode. We have major natural disaster on a Noah's Ark level. And what else?
AI. AI is the most saddest one to me. Because we'll make AI to help us, and somehow it'll backfire. It's like a double-edged sword. Because even if we did it perfection, to fix it perfect, there's going to be some crazy person on this earth that's smart enough to give the AI a little something to infect it and make it bad. Because we see that now. People giving viruses to go. Why are viruses even a thing? They're just sometimes people make viruses just to mess with people. No, for no other reason. And I can imagine they'll do that with the AI. They'll give it a virus and it'll be done. It'll just start killing people.
Yeah, I think that goes back to my theory that of coronavirus, that this was all engineered, specifically targeted.
What are you talking about? Oh yeah, because people will do something like that.
The Chinese, they got too many people. They got to erase some of them.
I knew that you're gonna make fun of the Chinese people.
I'm not making fun of them. I'm just throwing what my theory is about this whole situation. So, do you think that's the only thing? Five ways of going out?
Oh hell no! There's I can think of at least 10 more.
You saw where the last rocket, the shuttle that they built, that landed but crashed, but it still made all the stages. The shuttle that they built.
Yeah.
Elon Musk was celebrating like, yeah, we're going to Mars, baby. And I'm like,
yeah, because I think everything went right except for one thing. So they were like, we know how to fix that. That's not a problem. So he was excited. It's not like they crashed and they're like, what happened? Like they didn't know. He knew exactly what it was and they were like, we got it. We got it.
So that thing. This is how insane this is. That thing, if it had landed, or when it lands, when he fixes that one problem, that thing, like almost, I could think of like 10 movies off the top of my head. You know, comes down and lands, and then it takes off again and brings them back. The very same vehicle, bro. Think about that for a second.
You know what's crazy? To go to Mars and back takes 3 years.
3 years. Would you go?
To go, come back. Nope.
If you were single.
I'm saying right here. Even if I was single, I wouldn't go. Maybe if I was like single and old. I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna die anyway, send me. I'll be the first person to die up there. I'll die. Just don't even bring me back. Just leave me there.
Why didn't you just say me then, nigga? That's messed up. You freaking bastard.
I don't want to go now. There's too much to do here.
Nigga, you gotta have a farm to raise.
That's what I'm saying. Like, send me at the end of my life. I'll die out there. Leave me there. I'll take care of the facility. Then the next you come, you know what I'm saying? I'll just be the old man.
You're just gonna be a janitor, nigga. You ain't fixing crap.
That's what I'm saying. I'll be there. I'll be the janitor. No, I'm saying like things like farming. I'll do that stuff. I'll be the janitor. Whatever you need, bro.
What do you?
You ever seen the movie The Martian?
Yeah, when you start like that, maybe I have, maybe I haven't.
That's the one with where he gets stuck on Mars, and he has to collect his poop and mix it with the Martian dirt to grow potatoes. The book is good too. I heard the audiobook, and it's very intense. But the movie is actually not that bad.
What is it
So
called
basically,
again?
the premise is The Martian.
Maybe I have, but I'm drawing a blank. I'm trying to think if there's any other doomsday scenarios. I can't fathom one.
Oh, there's so many.
No, I mean, but we went over. I think we went over the core 5. You could go deeper in each one or different variations of each one. But is there another? We said biological. We said Mother Nature, natural disaster. We said war. What else was there?
Gamma radiation. Right?
That's still natural disaster category.
I guess that's natural disaster.
Anything else that you name is gonna fall under one of those 3. Biological, natural disaster. What was the second one?
War.
I thought there was 4, but it looks like there's 3.
The AI.
That's the 4th. Definitely the 4th. That's 4 right there.
What about aliens?
That's a whole other topic right there. So you got 5, bitch. Look at you.
Yo, there's something called. Look up something called the Berserker probe.
Nick, I can't even spell probe.
So there's an idea called the Berserker probe. Oh, there you go. We're gonna watch in GED. Oh my god, we're gonna watch GED in action.
I can't even see.
We're gonna watch GED in action. This is crazy. Okay.
What is it called?
Berserker.
Please work. Berserker probe.
There you go.
What?
Ah! Try again.
Berserker probe. All right.
Here
I
are
got
some matching
Berserker.
videos.
Diablo.
Yantísimo. Muchacho del diablo.
Berserk, and leave it there and just put ER. It's Berserker, nigga.
Oh, sorry. Probe?
Probe. Right there.
He said it slowly. I love it. Like that shit ever works.
You're gonna love reading it right now.
Which one do I pick? Wikipedia?
Just the first one, right there. Self-replicating. Yeah, that's the one. Just read the first right there. There's little sentence right there. Not that crap. The stuff
That's an ad, bro.
right there. That right there.
The idea of self-replicating spacecraft has been applied in theory to several distinct tasks. The particular variant of this idea applied to the idea of space exploration is known as the von Neumann probe, after being conceived by mathematician John van Duckets. Other variants include the Berserker and the automated terraforming seer ship. What the hell am I reading, bro?
All right, hold on. Let me see something. You know what? Let me just say it because that's too much there. Too much to read.
For real,
Because I
nigga.
know it already. All right. So that's too much. So the idea of the Berserker probe is this. Why? You ever heard of the Fermi paradox?
Oh, the Berserker probe is a hypothetical concept for an autonomous interstellar space probe dispatched for the express purpose of communication with one or more alien civilizations.
Yo, that's not the Berserker probe. That's the Bracewell probe.
Oh, damn.
Yo, just forget about it. Just close that. Put me back on.
Go ahead.
All right. So the idea is this. You ever heard of the Fermi?
He's going to give us the GED version, guys. Go.
You ever heard of the Fermi paradox?
How many things do we have to Google? Just to get to one thing.
The Fermi paradox is this. The question is, why is it? Damn, it's gonna. Before you go to the Fermi paradox, you got to talk about. What's the other one called? There's another theory. Anyway, the point is that they figured out that, judging by how many stars there are in the universe, or at least in the solar system, not the solar system, the galaxy, our galaxy, judging by how many stars there are in our galaxy, mathematically, there should be a lot of life. Right? Why is it that we haven't seen any? Because as soon as the possibility of life forming on Earth happened, it did. Like instantly. So they're saying if that's happened to Earth, why didn't it happen to other planets? When that possibility arises, it just would. Why not? And if that's the case, why isn't the stars covered in Earth, in planets, in life, right? So there's an idea that says there must be some sort of wall that, as a civilization, when you reach it, you can't. It's difficult to pass. You don't pass it. So the idea is this. Let's say we're talking about the end of the world. The possibility could be that there's a wall. We don't know what it's called, what it is, but it could be that we get to the point where once we learn how to destroy ourselves, we do. And every civilization ever in the universe has always gotten to that point, and they've always killed themselves.
Where they got to the point where they could figure it out?
Well, they got to the point where they could kill themselves, so they did. So an example would be when they reinvented nuclear bombs. Once we invented nuclear bombs, you had the possibility to destroy the whole Earth. So there's a possibility that it's in our future. We're going to get there. It's bound to happen.
We're going to get where?
We're going to get to the point where we're going to wind up killing ourselves. Before we
you're saying that the reason why there hasn't been contact between aliens is because each race faces their own doomsday once they develop the ability to create doomsday.
Yeah, so basically, well, it's not just that they have the ability, it's that there is something, scientists don't know what it is. And that's why it's called a paradox. Where there seems to be, the fact that that we haven't discovered life in the universe yet, like intelligent life, the scientists believe that.
That's a weak argument because look how hard it is for us to just get outside, nigga.
Well, that's the thing. They're saying that our planet was late in the game. Other planets, were formed way before ours in the universe, like billions of years. But as soon as ours was formed and had the ability to have life, it did. So they're saying that these other planets got 4 times as much time as us. Why haven't they come to this point? You know what I'm saying? Millions and billions of planets, way more time than we did. If anything, they should have been intergalactic by this point. By the time we show up on the scene, it's like the Vulcans coming to Earth on first contact. That they're way ahead of us. That should have been happening everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So they're saying that there's a paradox that says there must be something that stops them. That stops all civilization everywhere. But what is it? We don't know what it is, because if we would have got there, we would have died already. You know what I'm saying? So one of the ideas is that we would destroy ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
That every race has destroyed itself, therefore there hasn't been interactions between the species.
Yeah. So then another example, another thought is that there's a civilization out there that's so dangerous that all the other ones, once they learned about it, they stay quiet because they don't want to get caught. And that's where the Berserker probe comes in. So that the theory goes that there was a civilization out there,
the Borg,
that makes these probes that once it detects life, it annihilates them. Because the aliens that made that probe don't want competition.
Yo, there's another really good sci-fi show. Damn, son, go. Holy.
But wait. So wait.
Oh my God.
So the idea, this is a scientist come to this idea, saying that the fact that we thought that up means how expensive the universe, and this goes into what I was talking about Mike one time, we were arguing about infinity. The fact that the universe is infinite and infinite possibilities can happen. The fact that we thought about a civilization could do that, that means that somewhere in the galaxy, it has to be. It has to be. So they're saying that just the idea that we had it is enough to prove that has to be true.
Yeah, but even the Vulcans, when they came to visit us in Gene Roddenberry's Star Trek novels, even in that scenario, the reasons why the aliens could travel through different, there's a whole community, but they're not gonna you think that I found a way to travel to another freaking star system, I'm gonna waste my time with a bunch of he's Chinese, kill him, with stupid fighting over? I wouldn't even waste my time with it. They're like monkeys. We're like monkeys to them. Why would we make first contact?
I agree with that, but why haven't we noticed then?
Because we're too busy killing ourselves.
No, but we're looking for this. Scientists are looking all over for this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, if we were ants, we would still notice the highway. We wouldn't know what it is. We don't know anything, but we know that something's going on over there. You know what I'm saying? Even if we were ants, we would still see the highway. So that's the idea. They're saying that if the aliens just ignore us,
did you just say we would still see the highway?
Yeah, we would still notice it. You know, things happening. Unusual
you think
stuff.
The ant notices when it's on the BQE? No, nigga. That guy has no idea he's even on the BQE.
No, but what I'm saying is that he would notice that it's different. It's not natural. We're smart enough to understand that if something, like, okay, so I'll give you an example. And I think it's in Peru. In Peru, they have these lines in Peru. And people notice it. They're like, it's weird because naturally, lines don't exist like that. That go on for miles and miles, not miles, but, hundreds of feet. And it wasn't until a helicopter flew over it where they realized it's the shape of a bird or something like that. Like somebody drew it on the ground, giant. Right? So the scientists knew right away, something's weird about it. We don't know what it is, but we've noticed it. And it wasn't until when the helicopter flew over where they saw from a bigger picture what it was.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. In space, we would have saw things, at least the shooting stars, over and over again.
I don't know. I don't think we have. I think that if the alien race is that advanced, if they're virtually undetectable. Think about all the UFO sightings and whatnot. How rare, how difficult it is to get anything with it. We have dope ass cameras, and I don't know if you heard, but like UFO sightings are on the rise. That's because niggas are bored at home. They're inventing shit in their minds.
Well, no, actually, military pilots are coming out.
So what about this other country that just said that aliens exist, but the rest of the world is not ready for the? What was it? Did you see
Israel.
that?
It was Israel.
Okay, yeah. What was that? What were they saying?
Well, they were saying that they not only does the aliens exist, but they contacted the United States, and that the reason why they haven't revealed themselves is something to do with Trump. Like they were afraid that Trump was going to steal the beans, so they didn't tell Trump.
Damn, nigga. That'd be amazing.
Think about it. If Trump was to learn about aliens, he would tell everybody, 100%.
But okay, wait. Are you saying that none of the presidents knew about this?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that Trump didn't know about it specifically because they knew he couldn't hold a secret, so they didn't tell him.
Wow, this seems mad real.
There are some secrets that are more higher than the presidency. Think about that.
Who are those people that are making those? Who are those people who are privy to such high level of clearance?
This is called the deep state. That's the whole conspiracy theory, the deep state. Think about it. There's people that work in government regardless of president. They stay there forever, bro. You know what I'm saying? There are people in the background that we never hear of that stay in power for 30 years, and we never hear them. The president comes and goes. He's nothing. He's just that's what they say. The president's a puppet. You think Donald Trump had full power? He would do whatever he wanted, but he couldn't. He was being held back. There's something holding him back that doesn't allow him to do things. So there's secrets. There's top secret people, whatever, that know secrets that the president will never know. I think John F. Kennedy knew, and that's why they killed him. He knew about a bunch of secrets, and he said, we're going to talk about it, and they killed him. Because John F. Kennedy has some crazy speeches where he goes, there's a secret society within our government, and that they shouldn't be.
Oh.
I think that was one of his last speeches before they killed him.
Yeah. I just want to go back to the whole Pfizer and medicine thing. We are in no way, shape, or form trying to tell you not to take the. Do you listen to your doctor first and foremost? Do not listen to our bozos ass, because people are getting flagged for this kind of stuff. They were going so hard on, I think it was like 40%, no 50% won't says they wouldn't take it. But with the alien stuff, there's been recent increase in sightings, even here in New York City. And I'm like, I don't know. I tend to believe that the reason why they haven't visited us is because they see us just like that, like ants. and their technology is so beyond our capability. It's just we can't even fathom that it would be like magic, straight up.
So there's a guy that said that he went around interviewing people about that, and he said, this is just recently, I forgot where I heard it at, where he said that he went to Africa. There was a sighting in Africa where supposedly a spaceship landed in Africa, and it landed in front of a bunch of kids, and the kids saw it, and they actually were like within feet, like arm's length of talking to them. And the kids said that the aliens didn't talk, but it talked in their mind.
Yeah.
Each kid. The alien left or whatever. So the guy came like 20 years later, didn't believe it, whatever. He came and he interviewed all the people, and they all had the same story of what happened. To this day, they believe that 100% that's happened. So he's like, that's convincing evidence that people, they were kids, they believe this happened, and they're all like 100% believe it. He's like, when you put them together, they start like laughing, like they're reminiscing of something that's crazy that happened. So he's saying that the aliens said something about taking care of their planet. Like, you better take care of your planet, basically. Because you ain't getting another one. We're earthbound. We're stuck here. If you don't take care of it, you're screwed.
Mm.
And there's another theory about the aliens, too. You ever heard of this one where when people describe aliens, it's always you're short, with big head, big eyes, and sometimes they're naked with no genitalia, no nothing.
The skinny, big head aliens.
So one of the theories is those are not the real aliens. Those are clones, or the real aliens made them to travel
the
around.
Hadar. And the real aliens are the founders.
Yeah. So like just like let's say our idea is we would send probes. We would send AI probes to go to visit a planet. Like let's say we wanted to go to what's the next one over? The next star. You know what the name of it is?
Nope.
Oh God, I gotta forget. Damn it. So anyway, the next closest star is like 4 years right? So the next closest star. If we wanted to visit it, we couldn't do it.
Alpha Centauri.
So when Alpha Centauri, I think it's Alpha Centauri. Yeah, that's probably good.
Let's just go with that.
So let's say Alpha Centauri. We would send a probe there, a smart probe, maybe an AI probe.
Right.
And then as soon as it gets there, it starts taking pictures, there's a little go around, boom, boom. Because nobody wants to stay on the ship. Because 4 years of light speed, that we can't reach light speed. We're going to fly there for like 20 years. You know what I'm saying? To get there. So nobody's going to volunteer to do that. You can't. You can't bring enough food for that. Like, there's no way. So we would send an AI, like an AI probe, to go and then transmit the signal back. That would take 4 years to get it back, right? The idea is that the aliens are so advanced, instead of them sending probes, they send their own beings that they made. So the beings are smart like AI. They can make their own decisions. They can do whatever they want. Then they come back with the information. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Like, this is a good idea. I like this. I want to watch this movie.
Yo, you should write it, but you have a GED, so you can't.
If I was to write it, people reading it would be like, I can't read this. I don't understand what he's saying. I don't understand anything. Why is it? Oh, I would print it, and even in the print of the book, it'd be red squiggly lines under some of the words.
You wildin', man. Yo, so I was watching the news today, and the whole Corona thing. Apparently, that image that I showed you in the last episode, apparently that's real. It's real.
That's so sad. They showed it on the news.
Yes, they were talking about palsy, ball
They
palsy.
showed the picture.
Bro, not the picture, but yes, if those three people are.
You started laughing as soon as you saw it.
I felt so guilty. I was like, we're horrible. We have no souls. What the? They were talking about that those three people that developed that it's too soon to tell if that's a thing. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh man, I gotta write this point down to refer to that video. What is it? I really don't know. I I can't even read this from that far. Okay. Yeah, man. I was.
Oh, you want to hear something crazy too? There's another theory that this is. You ever heard of CRISPR?
Yeah, CRISPR wasn't
I feel like we talked about it before. The gene editing.
The gene editing. Yeah.
So some of the ideas is that they would make gene editing to get rid of disease forever, right? So the thing with the AI, there's I forgot who was it that said it. There's another quote, and he goes that the last thing human would ever invent is an AI. After that, either one, we're dead. The AI, makes a better version of itself over and over again until it's basically God and destroys us or whatever.
Right.
Or the AI is good and it invents everything for us from that point forward. We have no reason to invent things. It just gives us everything we need. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
So So another theory is that they were saying how we want the AI to be friendly, right? So let's say we program the AI. We say, AI, we want you to be super smart and control the earth, but we want you to bring basically happiness to all humans. That's how we want you to do it. And the AI is like, yep, I'm definitely going to do that. So one way it could do it is by making a really nice earth.
Right.
Cleaning the water, fixing all diseases. If you want something, you get it. Like anything you can think of, it just appears, right? Another way is it corrals all the people, puts them all to sleep, fills them with dopamine and drugs, because when you're high on ecstasy, you feel fantastic.
Hell yeah.
So maybe the AI is like, well, I'll keep everybody high on ecstasy for the rest of their lives and sleep, and they'll be happy. And the whole world is just that.
Yeah, but what is the alien benefiting off of? Watching us?
I didn't say alien, like I said AI.
Right. Oh, okay. AI. What's the benefit for the AI?
There's no benefit. The robot has no benefit. It just needs to accomplish his goal. His goal is to make people happy. That's all it does. That's all it's concentrated on.
But if it sees that everyone is happy,
mission accomplished.
They turn off. We win.
Or why would it turn off? They got to make sure everything's in order. Keep everything running.
Everything is in order. Everything is running.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished. What does it do then? If it's just a program?
Or it'll just wait there. It'll be on standby mode, waiting for something to do. Waiting for a new humans to be born or something.
Yo.
Or it'll just stay. People will just be laying there until they die, and then the AI will have nobody to care for. Everybody will just be dead. Imagine that. They'll just be there on planet. Another aliens come to Earth. What's going on here? AI said, I gotta make you happy. And it just attacks
and it gets
go. And it's like our planet becomes that planet where you don't go because it's dangerous there. Don't go there. It's just a wasteland.
And then all that remains is our fossils.
Yo, you ever heard of I forgot the name of it. It's like a theory that it's called the paperclip, AI paperclip theory. The idea is that you take an AI super smart and you program it only to make paper clips, and that's it. That's all it does, to make paper clips. That's the goal of the AI. So the idea is that the AI it wants to be more efficient at making paper clips. So instead of it using metal, it'll first of all, it'll make itself smarter, right? Because, to make itself faster. Processing to make itself make paper clips faster and better. And then it gets to the point where instead of it getting metal, it just takes any element and mixes them together and makes metal out of that. So it'll take, I don't know what metal's made out of, like oxygen and carbon, and then mix it into metal and then make paper clips, right? It needs water to cool down its computing system, so it sucks up all the water, takes the H and the 2 and the O, and it makes paper clips. And it gets to the point where it's going to the molecular level of everything, ripping it apart and making paper clips. And it does this. And then we go to, basically humans are fighting for resources against this AI that we can't stop, that's constantly making paper clips. Because it's so smart. If we try to stop it, it says, okay, I got to defend myself because I got to make these paper clips. So I got to either shoot or destroy or whatever. Just keep making it. And then that's the goal of the AI, to make paper clips. And it gets to the point where we can't stop it. And it just non-stop making paper clips. And the Earth becomes a pile of paper clips. And then the AI still programmed, I have to make paper clips. It figures, I need to get to the next planet or to the next star to make paper clips, because that's all it's programmed to do. And it just goes around the whole universe doing it. because that's what we programmed it to do. You understand?
So it's basically you're saying there's a AI. The reason why we haven't met and aliens haven't interacted is because there's an AI out there destroying each civilization.
That could be one of the Fermi paradox, the AI.
Is there any other scenario
of what? Of destruction?
Yeah.
The aliens, the AI, the sun. Well, I mean, for us, our sun, I guess that would catch natural disaster.
Yeah, what about food shortage? Like we drain. That's another natural disaster, but we caused it, right? Like we caused the war. Yeah. We caused the annihilation through war. We caused sucking dry the planet Earth. You know, where it doesn't replicate anymore.
Global warming. No, but the sun eventually is gonna become a not black hole, red dwarf. Is it red dwarf? Red giant. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna become a red giant. Eventually, that's gonna happen. And I think it goes supernova. Our sun.
Think about that for a second.
Because I know that some stars don't go supernova. Some stars just go like white dwarf or something like that.
How does that fire keep burning in the cold dryness of space?
I'm not 100% sure. I know some of the idea is that eventually it gets to the point where
nigga, how did it even get to the point, and what's sustaining it? What makes it stronger as time passes? When there's no fuel source as we understand in nature.
Supposedly, there's a lot of suns or a lot of stars that have a giant planet around it that is made out of similar materials as the sun. And in our solar system is Jupiter. That Jupiter pulled some of the stuff that the sun had made out of. Like, supposedly, in the whole solar system, I mean, the whole universe, it's very super, super, like, normal. Every time there's a star, there's a giant gas planet next to it. There's something about that. I don't know what it is, but there's like...
You're saying that's what's fueling it? Jupiter?
Huh?
You're saying that Jupiter's fueling it?
What I'm saying is that it's normal for a star to have a giant gas planet.
What the hell does that have to do with my question? Pendeja! What is sustaining... If we understand energy as fuel, combustion... But you have to have this fuel to maintain this element. What the hell is this? How is that?
What I'm saying is this: when the solar system forms, it's just a bunch of crap. Supposedly, these two entities pull stuff towards it. The stuff that goes to the sun is more pure because Jupiter, the next planet over, whatever the thing is, pulls all the other stuff towards it. You understand? So that's why the sun is able to work, because all the purity of whatever the hydrogen that it pulls, it only pulls that. So it stays pure. So that's why it's able to stay burning for whatever, a billion years or whatever it takes. And then eventually it gets to the point where it burns up so much fuel that if the gravity is less, it's weaker. I forgot. I don't know the math behind it. The gravity gets weaker, so the star gets getting bigger. So as the gravity gets weaker, the star actually gets bigger. It grows and it grows. And I forgot what it is that it starts forming elements. Remember, I got a GD. I've been learning all this from YouTube or something. Oof. It gets to the point where it starts forming bonds within itself, like harder elements. Because right now it's just gas. So it gets to the point where it starts forming hard elements. And once it hits like iron or something like that, supposedly it's like a chain reaction. That it just forms iron real fast throughout the whole star. And the gravity of the iron starts pulling itself towards the middle, like hard. And once it does that, it looks like a crash, and then that's when the supernova happens.
Bro, I got a forking headache because of you. Let me ask you this question. Out of the scenarios, I believe we only got to 5 doomsday scenarios or categories. We could jump into each one. But my question to you is, which one do you think we're more likely to accomplish or happen?
Okay, so which ones we went over so far?
This GED, nigga! I'm almost done with this bottle. You can't remember that? We said 5. Natural disaster.
Okay, wait.
Biological.
Wait, let's just start with the natural disaster.
He wants to go into each one.
We'll give them scores.
All right, so I'm gonna natural disaster. A score of 1 through 5. What 5
Natural
being the
disaster.
most likely?
Let's talk about it. Natural disaster. I think the volcano one with the Yellowstone is actually possible. I don't think it's going to eliminate all life on the planet. I think it's going to do a really bad damage. So if I had to give it a score, other than a meteor, which I think we would, depending on science, looking at the stars, we would know in advance. 1 being most likely, 5 being least likely.
Yes.
I think I will give that one a 4.
Least likely. So natural disaster got a 4. Okay, war.
War. The Earth is actually not that unpeaceful right now. We're actually doing pretty good, believe it or not.
For what's been going on, we're doing amazing.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good.
I think it's because of Corona that we're chilling. And
Trump has done a phenomenal job.
Though he's worshiping his God, guys. Look at him, pendeja.
So I think maybe that's 3.
We're getting closer.
Yep, I think that's 3.
All right, and so we said natural disaster, war, biological.
I would put that one as the most likely.
1.
I would put that at 1.
Okay. What were the other 2?
Aliens?
Aliens.
Aliens I would put at the last 5. And then number 2, I would put AI.
Number 2 is AI.
I would put AI.
There you go. You have all 5 ranked in that. Look.
The only reason why I put aliens at 5 is because we have no proof that they even exist. We could be alone in the universe.
Aliens is 5. Right. AI is 2. So you're saying we die by some kind of virus, whatever, biological virus kills us off. Is number 1. The first most likely according to this pendeja right there. My neighbors are either okay. So that's the first one. The second one is we built something that eventually destroys our existence. Damn you!
I only say that because we're getting close to that point in history. I think. Well, we're getting to the point where we're working on quantum computers right now. You know what I'm saying? And also, the Earth is very peaceful. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a space for smart people to do other stuff than make war.
All right.
So they're working on that.
So 1 is biological. 2 is AI. 3 is we kill each other off physically.
Yeah, physically. Yeah.
War.
Because it just not because it's a dangerous planet, but because it takes one idiot to do it.
Okay.
All you need is one person to freaking crazy maniac, what is it, an Indian, like from India, because India has nukes. India and Pakistan have nukes, and they're pointing at each other. They're literally right next to each other, and they hate each other, and they're pointing bombs right at each other.
Yeah, but they can't touch us.
No, they can't touch us. But we're not talking about them destroying us. We're talking about them destroying the Earth. They have thousands of nuclear missiles.
Yeah,
they'll destroy the whole Earth just by shooting at each other. They'll destroy the Earth.
You think so? That travels?
No, the radiation. We can spin the globe, bro. We're screwed.
All right. So war. Number 4, according to your list, is natural disaster.
Natural disaster. Yeah.
And last but not
I
least,
have no reason for putting it out there. I just don't like that one. I don't want us to go out like that.
Natural disaster?
Yeah.
You weak, son. You weak. Say it like a man.
No, but think about it. Natural disaster. Okay, volcanoes. Volcanoes is not going to destroy the Earth. Hurricanes is very low.
Are you saying that it's not so dramatic? You attention-seeking whore? What you're saying to me right now is like boring. Like when you don't want to record when you're like it's a whack ending. That's exactly what you're saying. That's a whack one.
No, what I'm saying is not that it's whack, but it's just not powerful enough
to cause it.
a volcano is going to destroy the Earth?
A meteorite?
But that's the only one out of all the possibilities of natural disaster.
Yeah.
And the meteorite is sketchy because the meteorite, we can kind of see it coming.
So
You know what I'm
then that should have been 5.
No, because we don't know if aliens exist or not.
Just because we don't know doesn't make it true or untrue. The question is,
That's
what's
true,
more likely?
But as of right now, we don't know. We've been looking.
You're saying it's more likely to get a rock to hit us than the aliens.
Yeah, because we in our lifetime, we saw the rocks hit Jupiter. Remember? What is it? Remember those rocks that were coming and we saw it coming. Somebody saw it. I forgot his name. And then we watched it on the TV where it just hit Jupiter over and over again. And it sparked.
There's gonna be a time in my life where you're gonna say, "Yo, you remember?" And I'm gonna be like, "Who are you?"
Why? Because you don't remember that rocket. You don't remember the meteorite.
No, nigga, because I am definitely getting old, nigga. This shit is real. They weren't lying.
Do you remember the meteors though? It was like in '98 or something like that. It wasn't even that long ago.
This nigga said that's 20 years ago.
Well, for me, it was right there.
Yo, we out. This is The Basement. Check us out on our website. Give the like, do the thing, get the thing down there, and the ding, 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 ding. You got any last words, bitch?
Don't die. Stay in the bunker. Be smart.
Ain't nobody building a bunker in Brooklyn, nigga.
Dig a hole. Listen.
You're gonna cut into a gas line and blow the whole neighborhood up.
Listen, you're safe. If a nuclear bomb hits New York, let's say a nuclear bomb hits downtown Manhattan, if you're in a bunker, even if it's 5 feet below ground, you're more likely to survive than somebody sitting in a building. Because the bomb's going that way. It's going to go right over your head if you're on the ground. If you're in a building, it's going to freaking hit the building. You're in there, it's going to go through the windows, the whole thing.
If you were affected by this episode and need to talk to someone, call 311 or refer to the episode of 311.
Yo. That's it.
That's it? We out?
Survive. That's it.
All right, bro. So, yeah, you know, I'm gonna put a special one up as far as the ending is concerned. So we love you. Don't go, but you never really got here. So that's The Basement. We out. Peace.
Yo, what up, everybody? If you like what you saw, please click on some of the video links on the side, and please support our channel by liking, subscribing, and leave a little comment, and maybe we'll respond back to you, and hopefully you'll be a guest on our next episode.